Hi, this is Paul Padda of Padda Law. Today I want to talk about a topic that I know gets searched quite a bit on the internet, and I know it's a topic that's on the minds of a lot of folks who are looking for a personal injury attorney, and that is, the question is, what should you look for when you're thinking about hiring a good personal injury attorney? Whether it's been a car accident, let's say you slipped and fell somewhere on a commercial property, or some other situation happened to you that caused you injury as a result of someone else's negligence. What are the things you should be looking for when deciding what type of lawyer to hire? So in my opinion, and my advice is that there are really three main things you should look for when you are searching for a personal injury attorney. Number one, and this is the most important thing, how does that attorney make you feel? I don't really care how great the attorney is. If you don't feel good interacting with that lawyer, if you don't have a connection with that attorney, you're going to be at a disadvantage. And the reason is this: because personal injury cases are unique. You're basically, as an attorney, understanding a person's story, putting that story in the context of their life, putting that story in the context of their unique situation, their personality, and then ultimately being in a situation where you have to explain that to a jury. So a jury has to understand, for this particular person, given their life story, having this thing happen to them made a huge difference. For example, let's say you're the person who is the client is a father, and playing football with his child every Sunday is a big deal. Now, let's say he's not able to do that. That has reduced the quality of his life. It takes away from his son's enjoyment with a father. So that's something that has a tremendous impact on his life. Maybe you're a hiker and you can't hike, and you spent the better part of your life, you love the outdoors. That's a big part of your life story. So connecting with your lawyer, having that lawyer understand your situation, empathize, and be able to explain your story and what that personal injury event has meant to you is huge. So the second very important thing to look for when trying to find a good personal injury attorney is, does that attorney have a record of success? And that's important. And it means basically not just winning cases, but winning cases with creativity, using an approach, knowing when to pivot, knowing how to narrate the client's story in a successful way, in a persuasive way that's going to be persuasive to an insurance adjuster, to an arbitrator, or even to, ultimately, if it gets there, to a jury. So the number two thing is, does the attorney have a record of success? It's easy to get a little jaded. You have billboards, lawyers touting their multi-million-dollar verdicts, but at the end of the day, what's really important is your case, right? Who cares if a lawyer won $100 million? How does that affect you? How does that affect you as the client? And so looking at an attorney's track record will help you understand that, yes, it's not always just about the money. It's a track record of success means also good settlements. Not every case should go to trial. Even maybe you have a weak case. Does that attorney have the ability to think outside the box? Do they have the ability to take your case and be creative with it and maybe turn it into a winning case? We recently had a case here in Padda Law that 6 other lawyers turned down. Six other lawyers turned down the case. The client came to us frustrated, upset, feeling defeated. We met with him and we decided to take the case. It was a big risk. It was not an easy case. And I'm very proud to say that we recently were able to secure an $800,000 settlement on his behalf. And so for that client, it made the world a difference. But that only happened because of our track record of success. Because here at Padda Law, we tend to bring a very creative approach to cases and take a step back and say, okay, well, instead of looking at it like from this angle, let's look at it from this angle. And let's try to, narrate and craft a story around this situation that's going to be persuasive to an insurance company, because they're going to understand that when they go to trial, that's going to be a compelling story. The number 3 most important thing to look for when looking for a personal injury attorney is, does that attorney have the financial resources to go the distance? There are a lot of attorneys starting out, and I admire people who take the chance of coming right out of law school and hanging out a shingle, but you have to have an attorney that has the ability to put the appropriate financial resources into a case to go the full distance to be able to win the case. So the insurance company understands that, look, This attorney has the financial wherewithal that he's gonna make us go all the way to trial, try the case. He's gonna basically hire the best experts. He's gonna bring in the best expert witnesses at trial. That costs sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the case. Does your lawyer have that ability to go the distance? That is the third most important thing. They're all important, but if I had to put them in sequence of order, I would say number one, make sure you have an attorney you're comfortable with. Number two, make sure you have an attorney who is creative in how they bring cases and they have a track record of winning. And number three, make sure you have an attorney that has the financial resources to go the entire distance and put you in a winning position. If you've been injured, whether it's been in a car accident, a slip and fall incident, whatever it might be, and you're looking for a good personal injury attorney, you want to come to Paul Padda Law. We will listen, we will give you the right advice, and if we take your case, if there's a synergy there, we will go the distance to do everything in our power to get you a great result.